Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, and good morning. Are you ready for some medicine? Today's prescription comes from Proverbs chapter 25, verse 19. Proverbs chapter 25, verse 19. And the Bible says, confidence in confidence in an unfaithful man. I got tongue tied right there. Confidence in an unfaithful man in time of trouble is like a bad tooth and a foot out of joint. It's like a bad tooth or a foot out of place. You know, when you think about that, have you ever had a tooth that was ready to come out, but it seemed like it was ready to come out, but when you try to take it out, it doesn't come. It's like it's still got a little bit more time. But when I think about that, anytime you bite like an apple, you can't bite it on that side, even though that tooth is there. Because that tooth, you have no confidence in it because it's out wiggling. It's not firm, so it can't even be utilized to bite down on the apple. And so there's a lack of confidence because it can't be utilized in the manner that you want to utilize it. And I was just thinking about that this morning, and a question came to my mind is, are you unfaithful? Can you be utilized? Can I be utilized in the manner that the master wants to use? Can he have confidence that he can use me to bite the apple? Or my back and forth, not firm like that tooth? Even though I'm there, yet I'm not rooted. I'm not planted. I sway with the weather. Are you unfaithful? And I asked myself that this morning. And in that, I start to examine areas of my life. And that's what I asked this morning for our morning medicine. Are you unfaithful? Can the Lord have confidence in you? Can the Lord have confidence in you? That's what I'm asking this question this morning. Can the Lord have confidence in you? I think about the book of Job. And if you have not read it, I suggest you go and read it. But it was God that suggested Job. It was God that brought Job to the forefront. And in this conversation, God said, have you tried my servant Job? And Satan says, man, you got a hedge of protection around him. But if you took that off, man, if you let me gain some access, I'll show you Job. And God said, okay. And in that, what was it showing about Job? It showed that God had confidence in him because Job was what? Faithful. God had confidence in him because Job was faithful. And I just was thinking about this. And I asked that question this morning. What does God say when it comes to us? What does God say when it comes to you? You got to make this thing personal. Can God say the same thing about you? Or is your faithfulness only dependent upon when times are good? You know, if everything is going well, man, I'm as faithful as can be. My character is displaying the goodness of God. I'm out here saying glory. I'm lifting up my hands. You can start to see I am the model of a Christian. I'm the model Christian. Yet, let something not go my way where I feel like I'm waiting too long. Prayers or somebody coming at me. Where's the confidence then? Where's the faithfulness there? Where's the display of that same praise and the display of that same character, that display of that model of Christ? Your faithfulness is good when we're in the valley, but where is it when we get to that mountaintop? When everything seems to be going well, it is then that we forget about God. So then we become unfaithful. Though we're there, we're not being used in the manner that he's calling us to. He wants to use us. What I'm saying is, are you unfaithful? And this question I want us to really reflect on for this morning medicine. How much confidence can God have on you? What report comes back when you're tested, when you're tried, when nobody's looking, when you're faced with adversity, when you're faced with tribulations? What report comes back? This morning, I read something in this weekend, my father in the faith. He said something. He said that the Lord loves you, but he can't use you. And I'm like meditating on that. And the premise of it was, he loves you, but where you are, you're like a bad tooth. And so he can't use you. He still loves you, but he can't use you. It's not that he doesn't want to use you, but where's the confidence? How much or will you compromise the glory? What does it take to pay you off? How much confidence? Can God trust you when dealing with that young lady? Can God trust you when dealing with that young man? Can God trust you to deal with an unruly boss? Can God trust you in that environment to honor him? How much confidence can he have in you when you're facing these situations? How much confidence can he have in you for you to show somebody what the image of God looks like, what the character of God should reflect? Do you not understand that people need to see what the walk of Christ looks like, that you can walk it out even during those times? You can walk it out. They need to see what the reflection of his glory look like. But can God have confidence in you that you'll show it? Can God have confidence in you that you'll reflect his glory? Are you unfaithful? Or can God trust you to be faithful when presented with whatever obstacle? When presented on the road and somebody cut you off, can God trust you to be faithful to pray for them? When the Lord tells us to pray for our enemies, bless those that insult you and persecute you, can God trust you to do that? Can God trust you to walk this thing out, to be an example that others may see him and not this picture that we've given that's a misrepresentation because of our unfaithfulness? What I ask this morning, can God trust you to be the husband for your wife, the father for your kids? Can God trust you to be the wife for your husband and the mother for your children? Can God trust you to train them up in the ways of the Lord? Can God trust you? Are you faithful? Can God trust you when he tells you something? He knows that you're going to do it. If anybody else is going to do it, nah, they're going to do it. That's what he spoke about Job. Nah, Job's going to do it. Can God trust you like that? Can God trust us to that degree where he says, nah. Fill in your name, yeah, they're going to do it. See, enemies said that about Job, but God said, nah, you don't know Job. I have confidence that he'll remain faithful. I have confidence that even though his friends may say what they say, do what they do, he's going to remain faithful. Even though his wife, nah, he's going to remain faithful. Even though all the situation, circumstance, he loses this, he loses kid, he loses all of that, he loses all that, he'll still remain faithful. Even though he experienced what he experienced, I have confidence. So for this morning medicine, can God say the same about me? But hold up. Can he say the same about you? Can he say the same, that when he blesses you, he have confidence that you'll serve him more? Or do you serve him less? Does God, can he have confidence in you? This is your morning medicine. Are you unfaithful? Can God have confidence again in you? God bless you all.